We've got a number 6, right? We've found our blindside flanker in the All Black jersey, surely.
Yeah, he keeps going, yeah. Well, I mean, as Jason Ryan said, they're really happy with their performance. He's just got to keep going, but he was absolutely, especially that first 20 minutes, footwork, physicality, he couldn't have played better for the first 20 minutes, could he?
Yeah, well, two people that were really impressed with Shannon FRIZELL's performance, not just this week, but last week as well, the back-to-back performances, and their harsh critics, Skulkberger and Kieran Reid, couldn't stop raving about him.
Shannon FRIZELL, I mean, that's as good a 20 you'll ever see in your life, that first 20. We were asking him to dent and run into holes. He did that and more.
The man sitting beside me was the yardstick in that jersey for so long, and so Shannon showed that tonight, a little glimpse of what he can be. And I think for him going forward, like if he can just keep building, no point resting on where he is, you know, it's a great yardstick.
For a long time when we played against you, you didn't really have your blindside denting and running over the gain line. I mean, that is as good as he can go. So not only him, Mohanga was very composed.
I think what he improved was his footwork. So it's the fact that he could get through the line, find some weak shoulders, and not just use the physicality, but use a bit of panache and get through that way.
Has the answer to the blindside flanker position for the All Blacks finally been answered the same year that Shannon FRIZELL is about to head off and play in France?
Japan.
After the World Cup.
He's playing for Toshiba.
Oh, did you sign him, did you?
Did you organise that, did you?
No, I did not. But no, he's going to Toshiba. But yeah, I mean, if he keeps going like that, that's exactly what we're looking for, you know. And I think someone said it in there, consistency will be the key. But he came out of the gate and was a massive part of that first sort of 15, 20 minutes onslaught through his carries and through his physicality.
I think I said after the game, what really impressed me as well was how smart he played in the jersey. You know, it's not just about throwing it on, saying, I'm the All Black 6, I'll just run hard, and you knock me over if you can. He found himself in areas like this, where he could be devastating. He didn't gravitate always towards the ruck. The times I saw him pick and go, other times he was a first receiver, he distributed. He got the balance in his game bang on, and he was tough. And I did say to Sculler before the game as well, because he was saying, you need someone to run through us. I was like, mate, we do not want to run straight at South African defenders. No. We want to get weak shoulders and get them, get them laterally working defensively and get footwork on them. He got great footwork into his carries. It was... Well, man, it was a great performance, really was.
What's significantly changed for Shannon is the fact he's got significant and consistent game time in an All Black jersey. He's been in the All Blacks for a long, long time, but for a number of reasons he wasn't able to build back-to-back games. I think he's played in the last 12, and since he's been selected at number 6, since his debut, he's played in only a third of those games. So Akira Ioane, Liam Squire has had an opportunity. Obviously, Artie's played there. Scott Barrett's played in a few test matches, just a few starts. But his record when he starts at number 6 for the All Black, and just in pure wins and losses, he has won 18 of his 20 starts when he's at 6. Now, you might go, well, how does he play in those games? Doesn't matter. He's a part of a winning side. Yeah. Winning side brings confidence, and you see him now in the way that he's playing. He's controlling and understanding his role and showing some versatility, showing some things. But ultimately, we need size and physicality. And the threat he was at line-out time as well, Blatesy, against Argentina. They manned up him at line-out time in this test match. They marked him out of the game. We adjusted and took the options available to us.
I'll just mention on one thing, talk about like his physicality and his footwork. That was also off the back of some really good unstructured play from the All Blacks. They were able to keep the ball alive, and because they were able to get the ball alive with their individual skills, then what we had is we had a fragmented defensive line for South Africa, and then he was able to use his footwork into those spaces. It was really impressed for me is they didn't mind going in pistons, the All Blacks, bang, then back down the short side, bang again, back down the short side, knowing that their lead defender from South Africa, when they're going, is going to shoot out of the line, and then there'll be space either side. So it was well orchestrated, I believe.
At the start of the show, 30 minutes ago, you asked the question whether or not this is the All Blacks' strongest starting 15. From everything that you guys have said, even when these guys do come back fit and available, you wouldn't change anyone in that starting side, would you, Marshy?
You're asking some really good questions.
And what I love is we haven't seen you for a while, and you get it.
I know. I feel like Djokovic is serving at me, and I'm having to try and get it back every time. Like, yeah, look, absolutely. That is a statement game, and every single player that was asked to fronted. But there is some firepower sitting there waiting to come back, and guys that deserve opportunities, guys like Anton Leonard-Brown.
To start?
Yep, absolutely. You know, like players that haven't done anything wrong, Joe Moody, you know, so there will be some shuffling, but hard for them.